And welcome everyone to the WyoSports video blog for this week. Myself, Scott Nulph, sports editor, WyoSports. Robert Gagliardi, senior sports editor, WyoSports. We're inside cold, silent War Memorial Stadium. Kind of fitting for this week.
It's good to be inside.
Yes,
right
absolutely.
Now. A little chilly out there right now.
Silent this week because the Cowboys are silent this week. Have a bye week, 3-2 on the season, coming off a tough loss. No way to put it with Michigan State this week. Robert, they're 3-2 after the first month and a quarter. Where are the Cowboys in your mind in terms of where they should be?
I think record-wise, they are probably where they should be. I don't really think you can expect much more to look against number 2 Oregon, number 9 Michigan State to expect Wyoming to win. Realistically, I think that was a stretch. I think to be 3-2 is very good for this team. It's not been pretty, but all that matters is they got to 3 wins. They've shown some resiliency in the wins. Coming back late a couple times. I don't think they played their best football across the board. They played some good football, but I think going into the last 7 games all against Mountain West teams, and what we've seen in the Mountain West, it might be wide open. That doesn't mean Wyoming's going to win them all.
Right.
It also could mean they lose them all if they don't play well or improve some areas, but I think there's a lot of football left to be played for this team and a lot at stake.
Take a little inventory as we go into the bye week. Let's talk maybe a little good, the bad of what's happened so far. What do you feel the good has been for this team so far this year?
I think it's been the 2 running backs, Sean Wick and DJ May. I think Sean Wick is among the nation's leader in rushing, almost 7 yards per carry. Maybe shown a little more big playability than maybe some thought. And I know some fans are a little upset he only carried the ball 5 times at Michigan State. But I think him and DJ May have born to be 2 very good complements. DJ May showed some breakaway speed. I think that's definitely been the strength. I think we've seen some big plays from the receivers, which has been good. We've seen Tanner Gentry, Jalen Claiborne, Dominic Buffran, all with big plays. I think a lot of Wyoming fans knew they were capable of it. It's nice they're trying to exploit that. Maybe they can do that a little more. And I think the defense in its wins have been pretty solid. They haven't forced a lot of turnovers. That's probably the biggest issue with only 5 forced fumbles. No interceptions yet. That's going to change, but kind of bend but don't break, making stops when they've had to. Now, against Michigan State and Oregon, it wasn't so good. But in their wins, they played pretty well. So I think those are probably the 2 biggest positives.
Quickly, your thoughts on Colby Kierkegaard as starting quarterback? Look, they do have 3 wins, and they can't ask for much more with a schedule like that.
We've said this a lot about Colby, I think, and it's not just him, it's the entire offense. It's just you need to be more consistent. But there's some areas that can help him. Obviously, the offensive line needs to be healthy. The musical chairs at right guard has been a mess. 4 different guys have played there. Right tackle, left tackle, Nathan Lettigy didn't play at Michigan State. Now, I'm not saying that would have made the biggest difference, but they've got to get all 5 of those guys on the same page and get them healthy and keep them on the field. I think Colby can be a little bit better, more consistent. We've said that a lot about him, but I think he's done some good things. I think he's throwing the deep ball well when he's given the chance, but he's been sacked 22 times. Only 2 teams in the country have allowed more sacks than Wyoming right now. Now that's all line issues. That's maybe Colby holding on to it too long. It's not just one thing, but he has got to be protected more. They got to get the ball out more.
What do the Cowboys need to work on maybe this week during the bye week, and then also as they kind of move forward now? What are some of the key areas that they need to improve on?
Well, forcing more turnovers. They've got, and not just the turnovers, but also just the tackles for loss or sacks. Only 3 quarterback sacks. Only 18 tackles for loss compared to 39 tackles for loss by their opponents and 22 sacks. Got to even that up, and obviously even the turnover margin up. Wyoming's turned it over 9 times, only forced 5. That's got to be better. Offensively, Wyoming's got to be better on first down. Now, their third down conversion rate's only 41%, which isn't good. But on first down, there were 13 times against Oregon, or 17 times against Oregon, they had 2 or fewer yards on first down. Michigan State, it was 13 times. Now, that was in their losses. There's been some good issues. They've got to be better on third down, but to do that, they've got to be better on first down and give them more 3rd and shorts instead of 3rd and longs.
Quickly, let's talk about where they are in the Mountain West. I mean, they're leading the Mountain Division going into this week.
Technically in first place.
It's technically in first place. Looks like it's pretty wide open. Not with the conference play just kind of getting going. Looks like it's pretty wide open.
It's wide open, but as Craig Bull said earlier this week, I think anybody can beat anybody on any given day. That's true, but anyone could also lose to anybody. So I don't think Wyoming can take it for granted that, well, Boise State's lost Air Force and Wyoming beat Air Force. Well, that's great, but you still got to show up every Saturday. But I think if Wyoming does, and based on what we've seen, I think they've got chances to win their share of games and maybe, heck, could they compete for a division title? Maybe they can. Maybe get bowl eligible, but I think they got chances to have some success, but they're going to have to play play much better football and show up. They just can't just say, "Oh, we're Wyoming, we beat Air Force, we're here, we're going to win."
Right.
They have to play good football.
I think you're absolutely right. Bye week, I think, comes, as Greg Bull said, a good time for everybody. Comes at a good time for us, too. Take a little breather, right?
Well, we're always busy.
Yeah,
though,
exactly.
That's all right. But
Exactly.
That'll do it for this week's WyoSports video blogcast. For more Wyoming coverage, see the Wyoming Tribune Eagle and Laramie Boomerang and log on to WyoSports.net. Enjoy the bye week, and we'll see you next week when we'll preview the Y game.